Hello guys, back with another fragrance video. Now this is a sort of fragrance in which it's very different to a lot of the other fragrances I've done. I felt a lot of the fragrances you've probably heard me say when I've described them, oh they're pretty sweet, they're pretty this, they're pretty that. Now this fragrance is not a sweet fragrance. This fragrance is I mean some people say it's sweet. I'll explain to you why I don't necessarily class it as a sweet fragrance. It's definitely not as sweet as the other fragrances I've done. A very masculine fragrance, I would say. Easily the most masculine fragrance I've got in my collection. So if you're someone that's really into masculine fragrances, this might be something you want to tune into. And the fragrance we're going to be talking about today is Bvlgari Man in Black. Yeah. Now this fragrance came out in 2014. This is a flanker to the original Bvlgari Man that came out in I believe 2010. Now when talking about presentation, as you can see with the fragrance, it's all in black and gold. I believe rose gold. It's a very elegant looking bottle, do you know what I mean? It's the sort of fragrance bottle you'd be happy to display in your fragrance collection regardless of what sort of bottles you have. You know, it's not doing too much, but it just looks very elegant and looks very clean. Yeah, you'll be happy to have this sort of bottle on your shelf, on your desk, or wherever you keep your fragrances. Now when we're talking about smell, or when we're talking about notes, the fragrance is described as a boozy masculine fragrance. So in general, when you hear fragrances are very masculine, some of the notes you expect to hear in the fragrances are notes such as leather and tobacco, which this fragrance includes. Yeah, so when you first smell this fragrance, it sort of smells like a boozy sort of fragrance. Really smell the rum in the fragrance. Tobacco, it's a very masculine smelling fragrance. So I hear some people say it smells sweet. I don't necessarily feel it smells sweet, but you smell the sort of rum, the tobacco in the opening of the fragrance. It smells somewhat peppery as well. I don't know what it is about the fragrance as well. It sort of gives me Tom Ford Black Orchid vibes, and I don't know what it is exactly about the fragrance. I think it might be the amber, to be fair, in the fragrance, but there's something about it that reminds me of Tom Ford Black Orchid. Not heard anyone say this before, but this is just the sort of vibe it gives me. There's supposed to be some tonka bean in the fragrance, which gives it some sort of sweet vibe. I don't necessarily get the sweet vibe that a lot of people speak about. However, a lot of my fragrances are, you know what I'm saying, very sweet. So for example, the Spice Bomb, Million Lucky and so forth. So in comparison to them fragrances, this is not a sweet fragrance. So maybe that's why I can't appreciate the somewhat sweetness in this fragrance personally. But those are some of the notes that are named in the fragrance. Originally in the opening, it starts off very strong, so then you really know about the fragrance, if that makes any sense. Like, you really notice it, and then after a while, which I think is somewhat a good thing, it starts to dumb down a little bit on the skin, and it doesn't smell as dominant as it does when you first initially smell it. Now in terms of how long does it last on my skin, with this fragrance on my skin, I'm probably getting about, I'll say somewhere around 8-ish hours on my skin before I can't really smell it anymore. When we're talking in regards to projection now, this fragrance it projects for a bit, maybe like an hour or so. After that, hour, 2 hours maybe, on my skin anyway. And I mean, it doesn't really project as much after. This fragrance, one thing I will say is, it is not a projection beast. The perfume concentration, it is not a projection beast at all. It's not the sort of fragrance, if you want a fragrance that's a projection beast, this isn't the sort of fragrance you go for. And in a weird way, I personally think that's a good thing. When you smell the fragrance, because of the way the fragrance smells, and I think you have to smell this fragrance yourself, it's the sort of fragrance you wouldn't want to be a projection beast anyway. It's a sort of fragrance in which if you overspray, it can easily become very offensive. So this is a sort of fragrance in which you don't want projecting too hard. A fragrance in which if someone walks past you, or someone's in if someone's close to you, they can sort of smell the fragrance and appreciate the fragrance. Sort of thing. It's not the sort of fragrance you want to be like, something like Spice Bomb, something like that, in which you can smell it from a mile away when initially sprayed. And as I said again, this is the sort of fragrance you need to smell yourself to understand exactly what I mean by that. Now, who's this fragrance for, and when is it to be worn? To be fair, I think this fragrance is definitely more suited to the older man. Like, this is the sort of fragrance you'd expect to see a sort of bearded Idris Elba or bearded Pierce Brosnan wearing. It's a fragrance in which it's a very masculine fragrance. With some other fragrances in which I reviewed of late, they've been sort of a man could wear it and a woman can wear it. This is strictly for a man, hence why it's called Bvlgari Man in Black. You know, any fragrance in which the reference name is black or man, I mean, I think that should be pretty obvious. will be for men. These are the sort of fragrances in which they're very, they're likely to have notes such as tobacco and leather. Fragrance notes in which are very associated with masculinity and men's fragrances. In regards to age, I do feel a lot of people watching this, if you're sort of around, I don't know, between 20 and 30, not everyone around that age will appreciate this. This is definitely more suited to, I do feel, the older man. It doesn't mean a young person can't wear this. I'm not saying that. A young person can definitely wear this, but I feel this is the sort of fragrance that older man will appreciate way more. To be fair, I did see this in my granddad's collection a while back, and I don't know, ever since, I wouldn't say I've stopped wearing it, but I'll be honest, it is a fragrance I don't reach for as much. Just because I feel if I do want to dress up, I personally tend to go for more of the sweeter fragrances. This personally me, I tend to go for more for the sweeter fragrances. So I might go and reach for a Bleu de Chanel perfume sort of thing instead of this. So I haven't been wearing it as much. But I do want to start getting back into this fragrance again. I do want to appreciate it a bit more because a lot of people do love this fragrance. And where would I wear this? Some people, I've heard quite a few people say this is a versatile fragrance, you can wear it anywhere. I mean, when it dumbs down, you might say you could wear it anywhere. Me personally, I'm not wearing this in a tracksuit. I've got other fragrances which I feel are more suitable for me to be wearing in a tracksuit. I feel this is the sort of fragrance you'd wear in, say for example, you're going to a wedding, an event that maybe is not too crowded, an event where you're going to be dressed up smartly, somewhere in a suit. This is the sort of event I'll personally wear this fragrance. I mean, again, as I always say, you can wear a fragrance wherever you want. It's completely up to you, but I can't see myself wearing this sort of fragrance dressed down or really casual in a tracksuit. Now, how much can you get this fragrance for? Fragrance you can get for around £80 retail price. When I go through this bottle, if I do manage to go through this bottle, would I buy it again? I'm not too sure. My fragrance taste changes all the time, but say for example this bottle was to break or run out today, and I had the decision as to whether I buy this fragrance again or go for another fragrance. I'm 90% sure I'm going for another fragrance. This isn't to say this fragrance is bad. This fragrance smells good. Women have loved it. Yeah, I've had women love this fragrance, or women smell this fragrance and be like, yeah, you smell nice, sort of thing. But for me, it's not necessarily my sort of. It's not my most favorite fragrance. As I said before, when I feel this fragrance is more suited dressed up, and when I do want to dress up, I tend to go for a Bleu de Chanel, something that has a little bit more of a sweeter vibe to it, just because that's what I like. But by all means, of course, we all have different tastes. If you're the sort of person that really likes masculine fragrances, and you want the sort of fragrance in which when someone walks into a room, they know a man has walked into this room, you really do want to test this out. Give it a smell, get it on your skin, and see what you think about it. Perfect, guys, we're finished. Bvlgari Man in Black. As I said, it's the most masculine fragrance in my collection. Give it a smell. Let me know what you think. Of course, ladies, go and smell as well. If you want to buy a fragrance for your husband, your partner, your brother, whoever, go and give this fragrance a smell. Let me know if you thought this review was somewhat accurate. Let me know if it's sort of what you expected to smell or when you watch my reviews. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you again sometime. Love.